Welcome back for part 4. We just dealt with the Beneviento house. Now we're going to go over to deal with Salvatore Moreau. We just dealt with a whole lot of creepy, and now we've got to deal with a whole lot of ugly. If you're just joining us, I highly recommend you go back and watch from part 1, as this is a series where we are going through the whole game, knife only, under 3 hours, less than 4 heals, and not spending any money. Again, I want to stress that if you haven't done the mercenaries and got this LC Answerer or the lightsaber, the whole thing is definitely doable with the karambit. The damage difference is fairly marginal. But having this will make your life much, much easier. We're going to have to deal with an alpha now. You can cheese him pretty easily. If you're struggling with him at all, back up into here, hit him, move back, hit him, move back. He's going to move away over here, get his attention, run back in, and just repeat, and he shouldn't really be able to hit you. You might remember this is the house we cheesed the opening village section in.
freak. How do I get out of here?
Try and time your swings a bit better than me. Avoid getting hit unnecessarily. But we needed that boat key so we can access this boat.
What was that? What am I supposed to do? He said the exit's underwater. Seriously? Not looking at fish food.
Sorry, what? I wasn't even standing on the jetty. I was still on the mainland. Very naughty of the game. I was still standing here.
Caught myself a big one. Need to get out of here.
I need to actually use this. So maybe I'm supposed to go over here first. Grab this.
Okay.
Keep in mind that the bit on the right hand side is the top, that's what has an extra little bit of space.
Got it.
Oh, good. I was just thinking of ways to pass the time. Leaving so soon?
goes up on the roof, he's going to spit acid rain everywhere, so you want to get under one of these shelters. He's going to do this twice. Indicates a certain damage threshold. Just try and hit him, get him to open the mouth, and then hit the face with Moreau. You should go down pretty quickly, even with the karambit.
In death as he was in life. Disgusting. The exit's up ahead.
You get a video challenge from Heisenberg to go to the Stronghold, which is our next destination. Nice of him to show you which way to go. If you go left here, there's a super tough mini boss called the Cannibal, with one of the marked treasures, but we're not going to do that as we're trying to go quickly. We're just going to run, and I need to get in our way, we're going to hit. soon as that gate's open, you're free to run through. I don't believe they follow you once you're through that gate. I'm going to do the same thing in here. We're just going to run. And any that get in the way, we're going to smack.
Okay, big guy.
You can see the game's bit of cheese. Things will happen like you'll be mid-swing and your swing animation will get stopped so that they can start their attack animation. You just want to run around the outside, kill the little ones, and then focus on this guy. If you got the Elsie answer like I just did, then you can use the green one to heal yourself. If you don't feel like taking those guys on, just try and cheese your way through the door. This is the part where we take on Urias, the giant lichen from the opening. So the lichens are villagers that have been infected with the mold that's been turned into a parasite called the kudu, and they're rejections. So when the kudu rejects the host, they turn into a lichen. While the other enemies, like the withered zombie-looking enemies, they are people who have been drained of blood by Dimitrescu. Urias here is the village chief after being turned into a lichen. He jumps down, he's going to hit the floor for a minute, use that opportunity to get Answer will take him out super fast. With the karambit, it won't be quite as fast. You might have to block a couple of times. But he telegraphs his attacks quite significantly, like he'll lift his hammer up into the air, just hold block, and then keep wailing on him with the knife. So what's interesting with the Four Lords is they were also just people that were infected with the Cadeau, which again is just the mold turned into a parasite. And they all got unique mutations. But you find out later in the game through notes that they got their unique mutations because they had different types of permanent illnesses. So Donna Beneviento was mentally unwell. She had severe depression and psychosis. I don't actually know if I need to go down here. Dimitrescu had a blood disease, which is why she turns into a sort of vampire. She gets Wolverine-style regeneration, but to maintain it she has to consume blood, which is why she drains the blood from so many villagers. Moreau was just underdeveloped. He had some kind of learning difficulty. Simpleton, I think, is the word that gets used in the file. And I can't actually remember what Heisenberg's is. It may actually be he's the only one that doesn't have an illness. He just has an unnaturally strong affinity towards the Cadeau. If you pay attention to the notes when you go through on your collectibles run, it does reveal a lot of this very interesting information.
I await your patronage.
So before we make our way up towards the factory, we'll end this part here. This has been part 4. All that we have left to do is the factory and the Chris section before we take on the final boss.